That's it. That's it. Hold on, Christy. Squeeze.
I'm not,
She's really doing it, isn't she?
hang on, Christy.
Good. I like that. And try to keep her wrist straight or slightly bent. Okay. How about a drink of the bottle, Teresa? Are you interested? See if I can get anything more of what I want. For one thing, I'm not sure, but this comes out awful fast.
Well,
Why does it come out fast?
For her, if I have one that she sucks on, that she has to really work on. I do have one at
Yes.
home that she does.
Yes.
She won't drink.
At all. Have you tried it lately? Because as she gets older and stronger, if you try it every once in a while, you might be surprised that she could handle it. I guess I would like to see a smaller bowl.
Okay.
I think she needs to develop strength in her lips because her tongue is doing most of the work. And if we want her to be more mature and stop having that tongue pattern, we've got to get her lips working. And she has the ability. Her lips are quite active. But this comes out so fast. The other thing is I'd like to give her some resistance. I'd like to make her work, that's it, by taking the bottle out and making her reach with her lips, which, so that she has to really pull. And I would do it at maximal times when she's in a fantastically good mood, not grabbing. There. So one of the things that we're probably going to be doing is making her look for stuff. We're going to have things a lot of different places during therapy where she has to find it. And the same thing might work at home where you present a food that she loves. Don't put it right in front of her. Put it to the side, put it a little further away, make her hunt. That way she'll use her hands. Some kids will do that by feeling with their hands and not looking, but hopefully she will do that. So that's something you can do at home. You can make her search for things and make her eyes work a little bit more. Some things I'd like to do. Yes, there are some things I'd like to do, and one of the things I'd like to do, yeah, and you don't like being touched there, do you? I would like to try not going all the way into the mouth. It's getting the lips more active. She's got a good start with those lips. Those lips are moving. They're not just there. And the question is, how much time do you want to spend in making some changes to get better function when you've really got this down to a nice science here? You really feed her very skillfully, I think. On the other hand, we don't want that biting to continue. It's interfering. And we don't want the suckling pattern to continue. So we need to get the lips good, more and more active. And I don't want to push the jaw up and push her head back. That was nice. I'm also not going to scrape around her face. So that's cute. I suppose that's your way of telling me something. Isn't it? Well, that tongue is definitely with the lip. So another thing I'm going to try doing is keeping my spoon in contact with the upper lip a little longer so that you can play around with it, because that lip is good, and get a little bit more close contact. I like the fact that the chair keeps her chin fairly well tucked, and we don't have a lot of head extension. All right, Teresa, let's go in midline again. Oh, I just think your chin tuck is so nice. There. We didn't touch the teeth at all that time. Now, I didn't want to come out that fast, but I did. But you see, we cut down on the biting. Biting can disappear if she doesn't keep doing it. She can forget how that feels. You're a very good girl. You're eating this food and it's practically ice cold. I'm very impressed. You know that? I'm very impressed. I like it Mom's holding your hand out. It's helping me a whole lot. You ready? Good girl. Now there I held it there longer. She gets the feeling of what it's like to have her lips on the spoon for a while, more than a flip quick in and out. Mm-hmm. And that's important for her to feel things. She doesn't. Oh, you're such a good girl. Would you care for some more? Would you care for some more? Her eyes really don't stay put either to watch it. It's hard for her. How is this? Is that better?
Excellent.
Okay. Good for you. So we really got some contact, and she's slowing down a little bit. It takes a little longer, though. That's what I'm saying. I don't expect you to change everything you do. I'd like you to try some new ideas. I know that's why we're here. But, you know, when you're in a hurry, you can't be expected to go, is that nice? I like what you're doing. You've got good lips. Okay, we're at the point now we're going to try something else, Chad. We have a cutout table, tray, and let's see you lift your arms up as high as you can. Way up high. Can you reach up to the ceiling? Just to make some room here. Wait, where is that going? It's not bad, is it? It's not bad. All right. The thing that we would love to get rid of is this wrist flexion and the finger overextension. But what we find is when we do straighten the wrist, he gets very tight in the fingers. And so that is something that we can work on at a time other than feeding. We can really work on getting this pattern better, and especially with some of the activities I recommended in the past, of some of the dragging activities and some of the pushing and pulling in finger paint, those kinds of things, just to give him an idea of what this is like. He also needs a lot of inhibition at the shoulder and the elbow, and he needs a lot of, you know. Are we going up? Push. Push my hand. Push it. make my hand go away. I'm pushing down. He really needs a lot of extension in every single direction. Up straight, to the side, forward, pushing. We've worked a lot on this, and we have to keep working on it and really getting the idea of what that's like, because he tends to get overflow whenever he's using that arm. Now that's nice. And a little work I did for a minute helped it really just helped there. And he was able to keep it. You see, a few minutes of even doing this, pushing. I'm doing some compression into here. I'm asking him to push into my hand. Get your head back in the middle. Thank you. And then I'm asking him to push down here and push against me. And once again, you see the pressure is on the palm. And then I'm going to let him flop, 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 and just rest and don't move. You're actually just, yes. And you see the hand really does look rather nice, and it stays that way. I believe that if we did this a few minutes each day, we'd give him an alternative to the fisted hand. And, of course, the old thumb needs to be out during some of this. And a lot of the pressure on the surface gives him the idea of where he is in space. Very nice, Chad. I love the way your hand's looking now. So, the rooting reflex, I guess I'd like to see if that is a factor. If you touch her cheek, does her head turn toward it? Let's just see what happens. Yes, it does. And that's a very strong rooting reflex, so that's interfering with voluntary head movement. Yes, we're going to play a game. Rhoda's going to come on, and first she's going to do patting. Doot, 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 doot. Does that feel funny? Now, let's just do a little patting first. Doot, 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 doot. Doot, 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 doot. Yes. Doot, 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 doot. Yes, and maybe a little stretching down to get the lip down. Oh, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. The lip down and stretched out. Yes. And the lower lip, what do you say? The lower lip? I don't know about that tongue. I think I'll stay away from the lower lip right now. Yes. So we're trying to get her used to being touched. We also can do some and she likes the sound with it, doesn't she?
She loves sound.
Because there is a lot of retraction. There's a lot of pulling back here. She's got a cute little smile. But there's a lot of pulling back, and I want her lips to come forward. I'd like her gradually to get those lips forward. So that's what I would do on the outside before I fed her. I would take a few minutes to do that and get her used to being touched there. But I wouldn't touch her with a spoon. That's a different feeling. It's during feeding. I would do this totally separate. The other thing I would do, and I'd be very brave doing it, is going in side. Hello. Doon, 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 doon. Good, you've been doing that. See, what I'm seeing is she's more sensitive outside her face than inside her mouth. She tolerates a lot inside. Do, 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 do,
A lot of that
do,
toothbrushing.
do. I think it's helped her enormously. Okay, cut. And cut. Come on, push down. That's it. Good. Now pull your knife out. Yes. Let me try, and we'll see how this goes. Yes. Now with the cup, what I'd like to do is get her to suck on the cup. I can't see. I'd like her to somehow use that to suck on. And I think cup drinking is a real hard thing to get. And I think you can get more of what you want with the spoon. And once you get the spoon the way you want it, the cup comes easier. Ready? Okay. Yes. I'm not pouring much, am I? Because I can't see that well. Good girl. Good girl, you're quieter. Now as far as the tongue, yes, I don't want the tongue inside the cup either. That's it, honey. I think her cup drinking has potential. I think you've worked at it hard, and I think it's coming nicely.
See, now that lip closure is much, much improved from last time. Much, much improved.
She stabilized on the spoon, you realize, with her teeth, which is what normal infants do when they first start. Anyway, they need a place to work from. And her lips are still active. Is she doing the scooping? For heaven's sakes, I haven't seen that before. Tracy, did you see this? She scooped her own food, and that's something I've never seen.